The game this weekend with the Eagles and the Cowboys, the importance of this game for both teams is what?
Well, the importance for the Cowboys is real simple. You got to stop the bleeding. You're on a 3-game losing streak. You're at home. You're on Sunday Night Football. You're on primetime television. You're against your division rival. It's the biggest game of the year here in Philadelphia. It's Cowboys week. Eagles are coming to town. You got to stop the bleeding. And if you're Jason Garrett and you're not sure of the health of your number one weapon in offense, Amari Cooper, you got to go back to basics. You got to go back to Ezekiel Elliott. You got to feed him the football. You got to make him earn the money. You got to keep your offense on the field and on schedule. Run the football with Ezekiel Elliott. Throw it to him. Create matchups that are favorable to you on the Eagles linebackers, which is pretty easy to do. Some teams have already shown the ability to do that. And I think that's the key from just a football standpoint. You got to generate some confidence and production on offense using the running game and keep Carson Wentz off the field. As for the Eagles, I think it's real simple. What has been their biggest problem? They've given up 13 touchdown passes. And that's the Patriots have only given up 1, Dan. The Eagles have 13. I mean, the only teams that are worse are Arizona, Miami, Washington, Atlanta, teams like that. That's not – you don't want to be in that company. So they have to keep stuff in front of them. And, again, without Cooper on the field or without a healthy Cooper, that should be easy. You know, Stephon Diggs is not going to be on the field. Thielen is not going to be on the field. That should be a lot easier. When you run your offense primarily in the passing game through the tight end, as has happened for both these teams, the offense becomes very pedestrian. Zach Ertz is one of 8 tight ends that leads his team in receptions, but he's 15th in yards after the catch among tight ends. That's pedestrian. Same thing with Witten. Witten's 22nd in the league in yards after the catch. If you run it through your tight end in the passing game, it's hard to have those big chunks of yards and explosive plays, and that means your offense has to be super, super efficient because you can't make mistakes.
What is the confidence level, do you think, of Carson Wentz's teammates in him?
Very, very high. I'm around that team a lot, and I've been around Carson Wentz since the day he was drafted. He's thought of extremely highly. Carson Wentz is the consummate teammate. He's a super hard worker. You know, all that talk last year about him being selfish is a bunch of baloney.
Yeah.
It really is. You know, and you talk to players, they say, you know, his truck is the first one in the parking lot each and every day. Is he different from Nick Foles? Of course, they're different people. You know, Carson Wentz wants to know exactly how everything works all of the time. Nick Foles, you hand him the game plan and say, run this, and he's like, okay, gotcha. But Carson Wentz wants input. And so I think there's some of that personality difference that was interpreted improperly, in my view. I think he's really well regarded. And let's face it, his numbers are down because the Eagles lead the NFL in drops, Dan.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.